players in this sport. The Big Ten and the SEC collide. Conference supremacy in play. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, the home of the Florida Gators. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines. Taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Wolverines will kick this away to get us going here. And he takes this from inside the 5. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Gators offense comes on the field first today. And here comes the veteran running back. He has poured a lot of himself into this program throughout his career, and now the first game of his final season.
Yeah, what a great career he's had. Still another year in front of him. It all gets started today. A lot of wear and tear, but this guy seems to be in the best shape of his career. Can't wait to see what he can do.
Swarmed by the pass rush. He's sacked.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
Hand off to the single back. Gets the first and still running. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball up to the 28. 1st and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Jackson. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Tries the right with a quick throw. That pass is batted away, incomplete. The Gators will have to punt this one away. Number 7 in punt formation to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So Michigan's offense comes out for their first possession today. It's a group that's really led by the big fellas up front. An offensive line that can maul you. They really are the personality of this team. Can they impose that today again, Kurt?
Well, some people will go out and recruit quarterbacks and receivers, try to win the game out on the perimeter. These guys love to be able to develop offensive linemen, and it's paid off. They can run the football, they get behind those big boys up front, and they dominate people. Cannot wait to see, can this defense load up physically and hold up against this offensive line?
You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Nowhere to run up the middle. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
And what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, two top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over. This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run, pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. The shotgun run call. They test the middle there, but get nothing. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very...
Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, this is what makes this quarterback so dangerous. There's just only so much a defense can do to contain him. He is so fast. You can plan for it all you want, but planning and the execution are two different things.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Turner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, but really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
The Gators pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll run it here. Stop for no gain, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll run it to the right side. Breaks free. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And the pass is broken up beautifully to prevent that big play. And the Gators will line up to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He'll field the punt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. He's got the first down and still motoring. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Ford. So many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, it's nearly intercepted, but dropped by an excellent defensive player. It's going to bring up third down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
And the Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. And he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Gators offense retakes the field. Last drive stalled with the first to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And it's good for a first down to the 36. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. A completion makes it 2nd and short. He releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
Believe it or not, Chris, there's an art to the quarterback sneak. And when you've got a savvy quarterback who knows how to fall forward and squeeze between his offensive linemen for the first down, short conversion situations become almost like clockwork.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Can they pick up the first on the ground? That play meant for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there.
Hold on a second. There's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive, but this will be tough. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. The Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. No fair catch. He's going to make a return here. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble now.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with the perfect call on this important play coming up. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to run for the first down. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring out 4th down and 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. The offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down. Incompletion makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 27. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
On the run here, lets it go. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Makes it look easy.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
When the defense took the field, they mean business. First play of the drive, getting after the quarterback for a huge sack and getting him behind the chains. Love to see it.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and very long. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. We're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
And the Gators will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. In the clear at the 25. It's a nice game. They'll move the football up to the 27.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a 1st down.
He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Christian, on the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what
Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime, is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Play action here on first down. Defense is coming after him. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They stop it at the 49. That'll be a first down. And just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Fires it to the wideout. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. There's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? To the air, it's Hawkins. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense. That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. This has been a struggle so far for both offenses, and they finally get something going here. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down play coming up. Sticking with the running game. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
That play will move the sticks, set them up first down at the 42. The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. The backs got it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
He's running out of time here. The quarterback looking to scramble, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
And he stopped very close to the marker. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and inches. So, Kurt, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Rolling the dice a bit, up 1 possession and going for it on 4th down. And now the running back's got it again. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? It's the running back in the flat. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. So now it's 3rd and short from the +25. They're in field goal range. Let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set them up first down at the 15. And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And then first down, right back to the running game. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. And there's the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 35-yard attempt. We got it. The field goal's good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. And the Florida offense retakes the field. So 1st and 10 here. Offense desperate to reach the end zone on this drive. Gives it to the back. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Keeping it on the ground here. As the first down is still going. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Grab down the middle. It's Jackson. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down. Stringing first downs together now. They've got it at the 48. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Gibson. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound.
And cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Taking a shot deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Picks up the first, looking for more. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Well, Kirk, based on the rankings, this technically is an upset. We just watched two really good teams slug it out, and the team that came in lower ranked picks up the W.
Well, I can't believe you said slug it out. That's a first from you, but I agree. Two ranked teams going head-to-head. Really a fun game to watch, and now let's see how they respond after the results of this game. That could be very interesting to their season.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. The defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying the left side. Quick spin on the line. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Got the first down and more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed.
Breaks into the open. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got a little space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the running back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to throw, it's Russell. It's complete to the left. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Sampson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
To the air, it's Underwood. He'll pull it down. And they're able to get him on the ground. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Oh, no, he blows it up. He picks it off. Going the other way, he's got room. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes the grab. It's Sampson. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Leaves it with the back. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Russell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, nobody's got him.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Flicks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces. They force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Pocket breaking down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Secret what he needs here. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Creates a little space. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Caught in the backfield, it's Winston. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Escapes this, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds the tight end. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So here comes the Michigan offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Dropping back It's Underwood. Sets up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down. Turning it on. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the D deny them on second and goal. Goes straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking.
Looking to get it in the end zone, and down he goes. They were trying to tie the game, but they are denied, still down by 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Russell. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Caught over the middle. It's McCutcheon. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the direct snap, it's Simon. There he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. All wideouts, no backs. To the air, it's Underwood. And the
biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Always a welcome play for the defense if they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw, it's Russell. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCutcheon. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. right down the boulevard. It's good. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them. A 5-point lead here in the fourth.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
We know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Caught close to the marker, it's Stewart. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Underwood. They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to him. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that first down.
He's going to take off.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. Rush is on him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then routing to the football and getting the quarterback on the ball.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
On the ground. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
You know, teams practice two-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a three-point game so your opponent can only time out with a field goal. Great job of execution.
He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Wide open downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. Never a doubt. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying play action. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, and how about that clutch kick from distance to send us to another overtime?
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field.
Touchdown, Wolverines! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They got the touchdown. Now in the 2nd overtime, you have to go for 2. Power ahead. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texans! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find